Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Reese. This is their part number 285AS, is what this is. This is what's generally called a half saddle threshold because it's literally half saddle of what would otherwise be a full saddle threshold. This is a specific variant where there is an insert that's been placed into the leading edge. Normally a half saddle is used to transition between two uneven floor surfaces. However, that leading edge of the profile of the threshold will accept an insert, and when you add a letter to the end of the part number, you'll get an insert. In this case, you're getting S for silicone because that's the insert that they offer with the S285A. So this part number is S285A. When you add the S, you'll get the silicone insert. When you remove that S at the end, you'll get this threshold without the insert. If you change the A in the part number to D, you will get the dark bronze anodized aluminum version of this threshold from Reese, which is, as an aside, the dark bronze from Reese is my favorite dark bronze of any manufacturer. It's not incredibly dark like some where it's basically black. It's an elegant dark bronze finish that matches oil rubbed very, very well. If you're doing oil rubbed bronze hardware on the door, you'd want Reese especially. If you're dealing with dark bronze anodized aluminum storefront, admittedly the Reese is a little bit light in terms of dark bronze, but it's a very nice looking finish. Now the 285A, or the S285, that profile specifically means that it is 5-inch wide and 1/2 inch tall. So the end of to the end of the extrusion, it's 5-inch. When you add the dimension of the silicone, you're going to be at about 5 3/8. It's 1/2 inch tall, and that's a very common height for thresholds as well. Where you would use this, frankly, is in a bump up or a stop situation where the margin or the undercut of the door might be 3/16 of an inch or perhaps 1/4 inch, and would stop up against that silicone seal very well when there is no other threshold, just maybe a concrete sill, but you need to stop the water from intruding. You could do so with great effect if your margin was very tight. Generally, a bump-up threshold would have a stop strip as a feature of the extrusion, and the door would ride over the threshold, of which, of course, Reese has countless versions of those as well. But this would be where you've got that scenario. A sill, you're going to cap a threshold on top and then seal it that way. Okay. Very nice quality item. One thing that I like particularly so about the Reese version is the ridges that you will see underneath both of the areas that will contact the concrete or the sill. The reason I like that is because others don't have it, and I believe it to be an advantage, meaning every time that door hits, you've got that lateral force. Those grooves down there will absolutely help prevent the natural inclination of the threshold to move from that repeated contact. And what is that doing? Well, it's weakening your hole that's down into the floor and compromising the integrity of the installation. I like to recommend Reese specifically for that reason, or at least thresholds that feature that because of that lateral pressure. And if I was going to go a step further, I would obviously seal that off with a caulk type product, but I would even go so far as to order machine bolts and lead expansion anchors in lieu of the standard fasteners that are provided. And we can do that for you. It's an additional charge, but reach out to us and we'll be able to help you with machine bolts and lead anchors. In that sort of scenario, you're really installing an incredibly durable type installation. Okay. Now, this is listed in the website in several different lengths. Pretty much everything from 2 foot to 4 foot can be ordered, 2 foot to 8 foot, on 6, 4, or 2 inch increments. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field the net length you'd like for us to ship it out to. These are being cut from 14, 16 foot extrusions, so what it's cut to just is irrelevant. The advantage of having the factory cut it is you get a nice clean edge. you'll get that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, and then the proper center to center as well, because a lot of people will understand that it has to be cut to length, but sometimes people will get into a situation where they haven't counted on the fact of needing to countersink a hole, and you'll see threshold installations that have failed where you walk over them and the threshold clanks on the floor a bit, and you look down and you notice that the flathead screw has not been countersunk, and that force of the threshold being pushed down and then the lateral force just works that screw loose eventually, and you're starting over at that point. So if you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field the net length you'd like for us to ship the material out at, and we'll be happy to do so. Reese is a favorite of mine personally. Why? Well, because there's exceptional quality. The extrusions always seem to be thicker and they feel heavier when I review them. Customer service, exceptional. Prompt, reliable shipping lead times, they set the industry standard as far as I'm concerned. Back to that dark bronze finish, be the only one that I'd want to use, unless I was matching something that was basically black. Below this video, below this video is a link to the manufacturer's page where you can review not only all of the Reese products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Reese, this is their part number S285AS, mill finish silicone insert, half saddle bump up type threshold, or any other Reese product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.